now we're in basically the second half of the dungeon here, because now we're actually on the top of the mountain now. So that room, the room we can't get to yet, is technically behind a lava spire or some kind. That's probably where whatever is hurting Valoo or making him angry is probably in that room beneath there. Huh? Melody! No! I will save you! With my sword! I will defeat the enemies in the front of me! My boy can do this! So we have our next mini-boss here. This is a Miniboss Gauntlet. We have two shielded goblins, which are no harm, no foul on us. They can go down pretty easily. But now we actually have to fight a new enemy! We saw this enemy in the Forsaken Fortress, but we couldn't do anything with it. This is our first indication of fighting against a moblin. Moblins are a lot more aggressive. They can block your enemy attacks using their spear. So bear that in mind. So you're going to have to either parry them or basically use a jump attack to basically let them drop their weapon. But be careful though. After you disarm them, they have some muscle to back themselves up. So most likely you'll get countered by their muscles, by their arms. So bear that in mind. Oddly enough, he did not drop a treasure pearl. Usually this is common that they drop it because they do have a treasure on them, the skull necklace, which can sell for a pretty good price if you give it to the right person. My boy, you came to rescue me. Oh, thank you. I have to tell you what I found out. This is terrible. Some creature is doing awful things to the Great Valoo's tail. That's why he's so angry. The Great Valoo's tail hangs down to the room below here. There's gotta be something in there. I wonder if those mean monsters who captured me have something to do with it. That's probably true, Melody. We gotta do something now, before it's too late. I'll go and tell everyone's happening. Here, my boy, use this to get out of here. It's what I used to get this far. It's a device that we used before we evolved wings. And we've got our great item of the game. We got the grappling hook. This item was used by the regional people before they had wings. Set it in the buttons and use the item on the screen and press the button to aim. Then use it to latch on to anything with a little explosion on it. You can use it even to haul things from the seafloor on your boat. So it's a double-use item. Multiple useful for this item as well. Here, my boy, climb up on that ledge over there and I can show you something. I think she clipped right through the wall, through the log too. So let's get our grappling hook on our R. And it's probably not going to leave for the rest of the game. This thing is going to stay there. Grab this branch with the grappling hook and you can swing over there to get yourself out of this area. When you aim at a branch, you can latch onto it with the explosion will appear. Don't get worried about me, my boy. Get going. Alright, let's aim. Now, you had to aim this with the control stick in the GameCube version, but thanks to this little fancy thing called the gyro, we can chuck this, we can use the gyro controls to basically aim precisely. Now, my feelings with gyro are kind of mixed from this point. Where, on certain games, it works like nothing else. But other times, it just messes up. And I don't get that. I know gyro is, hold on by sensors, not by, an AR system, like Wiimotes do, or remote controls. But still, gyro feels like it's not perfected. And that's why I kind of get bummed out from time to time, where such things like, I've been playing like the Super Mario All-Stars, 3D All-Stars port, and I was playing with a Pro controller on the Switch, and it kept drifting. Like, it just kept drifting. Like, I don't understand the point about the drifting on it. Because the gyro just, kind of desyncs from time to time, but it's like, I don't get how gyro just gets broken off of half the time. Well, sometimes it works just fine, and sometimes it just doesn't do well at all. It's kind of awkward, to say the least. But again, we can now pickpocket enemies using a grapple hook. We want to break this bridge, though. That's our only way down. We don't have anything we can glide down with. So we break this bridge, and we should fall. Like so. We can grab this chest here. This is one you could potentially miss, but they do show it here. This gives us another joy pendant. So that's 3 joy pendants in one room. That's pretty nice. We need to go this way because this allows us to get to the big key of the dungeon. Yeah, we still have a big key to grab. Alright, this little thing here, we need to cut the ropes, but we need to cut it as soon as this thing is supported! No! Ow! Lava! I hit all three! I know, that's hit detection's a pain in the backside. We want to have this thing get hit and break all three at once. That way this will actually drop and give us what we want. A way forward. Gonna jump over these little things here. And climb out this ladder. Overall, I think the aesthetic of this place works well for it. I like the cavern aesthetic. It's not technically a temple. This is just a cavern that, was converted into somewhat of a pathway for, a rite of passage for the Rito. Which I think is pretty cool. I think it's kind of nice attention to detail, really, to be honest. But now with this, we now can swing on any of these branches now, which we need to stop real quick. You have to stop if you want to, precisely turn your character. But if you stop, though, you can also pull up and down on the left control stick to adjust your height. You'll need to do this if you want to have better swing radius, the swing distance here. So we need to go this way, jump over here, jump down this way, jump like that. Huzzah! And open this door here. This room introduction to a big chest, but in order to actually activate the chest, we're going to have a pressure-sensitive switch. But we need to have something to be weighted down. So we need to take this this bug here, this flame bug, and actually put him on this switch and keep it pressed. This switch needs to be pressed down constantly for the flames to go out. If it's not, it'll pop up as soon as you get off of it. So, put something on there, open up, and we get our big chest. You got the big key! Use it to gain entrance to the room where the dungeon boss lurks. View the map screen to see it for yourself. That's it for this room. So let's head back. Let's head back this way. Now that fire keys are going to be showing up. Ow! My behind! I'm getting blasted all over the place. But yeah, fire keys will now start appearing. They don't do much anything else, but, they just do technically fire damage on top of, attacking you. So, again, it's not very much difference than the normal keys, just kind of more deadly, to be honest, but not too much to worry about there. Let's raise up there just a little bit, and let's keep swinging. Hope I'm not too high up so I can actually make it to that. I'm too high up. I need to drop down just a tiny bit. There we go. Let's do it that way. Just swing back and forth with the L trick with the L stick. And jump high. There we go. And now we've basically got everything we can to get to the boss, but there is a bit of an item that we still haven't gotten. And that is at the start of the dungeon. We need to go back there using the warp jars, and we'll get that jar no problem. It is technically the last thing we need to collect in this dungeon, so let's go get that. Let's go out this way. Come on. Well, so much for that fire key. It just got destroyed by a rock. And more fire keys are upon us. Now you can take these guys down with the grappling hook if you so choose. So if you need a ranged attack, that's one way of doing it. Which I say is pretty convenient, not gonna lie. You need to chuck this thing over. I said chuck it. So then I can get up higher this way. Huzzah! Doo-doo-doo. Booyah! Now we're back up here. We need to use that warp jar we saw earlier. The yellow warp jar will take us back to the green one in front. Booyah! Da, 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 da. Don't you feel like Indiana Jones feeling for just using a grapple hook? You just swing. It's like those. It's like the whip. You know, his whip, where you can just whip it, wrap it around, and just swing like no other. I feel like I get that feeling from this. Now, let's go jump down this jar here. In the GameCube version, there was this little fade out effect that when you went to a jar, but in the HD version, they got rid of it, and I'm not sure as to why. But you know, I digress. More powerful system. We don't need to use fading to make, you know, graphics mend together. We got 300 rupees. That should be more than enough to basically get that item that we get to get that better item we're gonna get later. Let's go right here. Swing and a break. This is our last chest, and basically a very important chest will be in these iron bindings. Well, common chests will just be a wood bindings. So we get treasure chests and also map, you know, dungeon items, the works in these places. So let's head back to that warp jar, back to the end dungeon, and let's see if we can take down that creature or whatever it is inside, hurting Valu's tail. I jumped over the jar. Link, my boy, get in the jar. And now we're in the middle. We gotta use it again. I think in the original version you had to basically go in the jar once for it to be active, even if you unlocked it. Which I thought was kinda dumb, to be honest. Like, if you unlocked it by just getting access to it, you should be able to jump to it. And we need to take care of this bad boy here. Hey, you! Take care of you, so you're dead. And we get our first of a weird item. You got a Knight's Crest. Keep it in your spoils bag. All who are skilled in the ways of the sword know the value of this crest, such as this. Again, this is another item that can be used for a side quest later, but we don't have the means to complete it now. And the money! Yellow rupee burst 10 rupees. I think this is the game that introduced the 10 rupee color, if I'm mistaken or not. And another joy pendant. Now I have my bottle at the ready because this jar has a fairy in it. Come on, there we go. You can grab a fairy here. You grab the fairy in a bottle. When your life runs out and you collapse from exhaustion, this fairy will replenish your strength. Set to one of the buttons and use it if you want to replenish your energy immediately. I don't want to. I want to get rid of it. So I'm going to put the picture box on there just in case I don't actually use the fairy by accident. But this is the boss. Let's take care of it, folks. Alright, what is this boss? Alright, who's ready for a repeat boss from Ocarina of Time? There's Valu's tail, so it just hooked into the ground here. Welcome back! The one and only Goma is here, and taking more of a fire approach than it was previously, which was a poison spider. But this is Goma, a gigantic insect. Goma is going to be a little bit more trickier than previously. She has this armor which can't be broken unless it's hit with something. Ow. What we need to do is basically go her to basically put her claws into the ground so that you can hook tail Valu's tail. Go like this. Valu's gonna be like, "What's pulling on my tail?" And swing across. You need to do this 3 times to break Goma's armor. Because even though you could probably hook tail or hook shot her eye, or claw shot her eye, or grappling hook her eye, you can't do so with her armor on. Her eye is her weak point, and okay, that's a yeah. Sometimes flying rocks will come down and basically hurt you when the rock gets put back up there. You need to do this 3 times to Goma in order to take that armor off. Because every time the rock falls down on her, it breaks the rock. And yes, Goma is female. It's been portrayed in multiple Zelda games that Goma is female. Because in Ocarina of Time, she kept laying eggs that was eating away the Great Deku Tree. So at this point, Goma is chronically proven in the Zelda series as a female entity. Grab this rock for the 3rd time. Wow, barely did I get hit there. You can get up on these ledges if you position yourself correctly, which you can get some hearts from the jars. Goma is not going to have that anymore. She hates the rock, breaks the rock apart, and her armor has now become more vulnerable, also more limber. And she is a lot faster now in this form. So bear that in mind. But she's now vulnerable to the weakness, which is the claw shot, the grappling hook. Just capture her eye, and she can't do anything to you. She'll try to her attacks with 4, but just keep hooking her eye, and she's down. And that's it. That's Goma for you. Pretty easy boss. Actually, I think it's and that's the case of this game's difficulty. The game's difficulty, I said before, is very easy, so you'll most likely not have a game over this game, which I've never seen before in my life. And their heads down, and we get a heart container for defeating a boss. Not bad. So let's go grab our heart container, and let's get out of this place. Alright, let's get out of here. Into the wind we go. Yahoo! I think Prince Kamole is going to eat his words here pretty soon. We just calmed down the dragon. I say that's a job well done, if I say so myself. And the clouds are clearing up. I think Prince Kamole is pretty happy. It's the first time seeing him smile. Ooh, ah, ooh, ooh. My boy! Huh? Oh, you guys got down here quick. Well, Prince Kamole, do you have anything you want to say? I heard anything from Medli. My boy, thank you so much. I'm sorry I mistrusted you. No worries. I get that all the time. I hope I can be like you someday, my boy. You will, Kamole. I just know it, right, my boy? So, my boy, here. I want you to take this, my boy. Giving you the thing I value most will give me the courage to stand up to the bad things. And we got our first item! You received its pearl! This is the gem of the Rito's claim that was passed down for the great goddesses. The great Valu is grateful to you, my boy. Oh, hero, thank you. Oh, hero, use the wind god's wind. Use the wind god's wind? That's what he said, but I don't understand. What does it mean? I wonder if he's talking about anything to do with the wind shrine that's through that tunnel. Almost forgot, the Great Valu also names you, my boy, a true hero. I agree with him. As far as we're concerned, my boy, you really are a hero. Well, I'm gonna go visit Valu. I'll come back and see you sometime with the best pair of wings ever. Hey, Prince Kamole! Thank you so much, my boy. See you again someday. Yeah, in New Game Plus, the ancient Hylian text is actually translated for you, so you can actually see what those texts actually means. So that's what we're going to be seeing in this new playthrough. But unfortunately, folks, that's going to have to do it for today for the YouTube exit. Next time we meet up, we'll continue on to see what we can do in the Great Sea. Now we've got our first pearl, and we will see what we can do about getting some particular items. So again, I will see you guys then for there.